Solid pickup for Cambodia. Now, this is pretty scary for both teams. I think for the draft, this is, for me, I think both teams have drafted themselves a really solid composition. It's just gonna come down to the execution.
I would agree, but I think considering the fact that Cambodia is so CC reliant and Indonesia has a hero that is notorious for just ignoring, shrugging off crowd control, I think they have a slight advantage, although it does seem like Taz will be the one piloting that
all
joy.
safe to go.
Safety is #1 priority.
Exactly, but now you can already see a very aggressive movement from the side of Dreams. Going to be taken down by Impunity, this roster from Cambodia. Team Cambodia strikes first in game.
I think it's quite balanced, but Cambodia, they have a lot more tools to begin fights, so I think the Indonesians need to be very, very careful, and now it begins.
Luminal Blast comes in, and that's going to be T taken down. The Petrify as well with the final blow as the backline will be targeted by Boom. Hijime with the flicker to get out to safety, but that's the retribution by Taz as he goes absolutely massive, dealing a whole lot of damage, picking up a kill as well. Boom melted down, forced to flicker out, and Indonesia comes back, secures the turtle, waiting patiently for Taz to step in. He jumps in, gets caught in Divine Judgment, and that's the burst we mentioned, Arashi. The Petrify as well, but Taz is still able to survive. Jumps in with the Rhythm of Joy once, twice, 3 times, and that's the 4th with the electrifying beats, dealing as much damage as possible. Deja gets taken out by Dreams. So much shielding for the Joy, Arashi.
Taz and the Joy. Yes, there's a lot of shielding here, but even
well, and they're trying their best to minimize that gold lead. Meanwhile, Boom actually gets a solo kill on Psychots. Deja will fall as well. It's 1-for-1 as Taz is looking for an engage. It's the conceal by T to help his gold laner OP get out. Dreams, though, going to be brought back for Divine Judgment. That's the shield coming up, and that's going to be OP who's looking for all the shield. That's the crossbow tang popped up. It's going to be Dreams who gets taken down, but it's going to be traded back in as OP will fall to the hands of Brands. That's, again, Taz doing so much damage with the electrifying beats.
It seems to be just a small trade going on, unless Dreams goes into the bush.
Uh-oh, that's going to be Dreams. A lot of resources placed onto him. He soaks in every single damage from the crossbow tang, and that's going to be Taz caught very low. Still able to dash in with the Rhythm of Joy. That's Brands actually locking Lutu in place with his go away. Lutu finding the kill, but will fall as well to the hands of Taz, who picks up a double. Psychots now onto T, who has the Divine Judgment, will be able to pull him back into the turret. Now Boom, with Bravest Fighter, is able to dish out some damage, but Psychots. Boom has already started his rotation down to that top side. Deja going to be able to catch Psychots with the Petrify. Suppression as well with Divine Judgment. Taz wreaking havoc with the Rhythm of Joy. That's the Luminal Blast placed in as well. Popped in. T going to be caught, but it's only the Roamer taken down for the XP lane. Lutu and Boom still relatively untouched. He gets the stun onto 2 members, but the real world manipulation is still there. Taz again jumping, weaving everywhere. Has the electrifying beats, but will not choose to use it. Top lane, tier 1 going to be targeted T, looking for that Divine Judgment, but a perfectly placed go away is there. Taz, again with the Rhythm of Joy, soaking in so much damage, but will be caught in the Petrify. That's a shutdown over to OP, who's going massive now. Has the crossbow tang, just one more weakness point onto Dreams, but OP gets poked back. Falling back now, Dreams is looking for it. Psychots with a Petrify onto 2, and the final blow finds OP. It's absolutely amazing for Psychots, but the crossbow tang given over to OP, who's still able to convert it onto Dreams. 2 members falling once again. Cambodia.
Full swing as the Indonesians go in for another fight.
Brands trying to do what he can here. He's going for the steal, but will not be able to find it. The go away and the Wind of Nature popped in, but he's going to be petrified. And you can't Wind of Nature the damage from that Kadena. Uh-oh, Psychot's going to be caught. Doesn't get the eye for an eye, but he gets the Petrify. Now the final blow as well. Caught. No crossbow tang used just yet. Indonesia decided to look for a trade here on the Lord. Look for retribution. Taz gets it, but he's going to be caught in there. Brands with a brilliant disengage. Crossbow tang still ready. OP pops it in. Winter truncheon by Taz now. Caught in the midst of it all. Jumps in, back and forth. Once again, Taz gets out. It's a good trade. Psychots traded in for the Lord for Indonesia to stay in this game.
Wow, that mobility, man, is just so tough to deal with. Cambodia, with 4 members, were unable to get that pickup onto Taz, and now Hijime has built a Winter Truncheon as well, so the dive is just less effective.
Uh-oh, Dreams caught Taz doing so much damage. Taz is absolutely a monster here. He's still able to survive, buying so much time, and it's a 1-for-0, 1-for-1 here. Everybody's low, 2-for-1, as that's a kill taken by Brands. 2 members low from Cambodia. The Enhanced Lord March. They're already popping that Conceal. Dreams looking for the plays. Opens up the map. T there. Doesn't choose to go for the Divine Judgment just yet. Deja gets out with the Odyssey. Ludu still soaking in a lot. OP
Psychots
trying his best to look for it. Psychots tries to cut the wave there, but it's not going to be able to happen. T gets a Divine Judgment, but Psychots once again is going to be able to jump in. Wind of Nature popped in by OP, who's going to be massive here. Has a lot of room to play with. Boom jumps in. Brands gets stunned, but has the Wind of Nature. OP still in the back line, still hitting. Has it, having the crossbow attack. Will try his best to look for all the weakness points, but it's going to be reset once again as Taz finds the shutdown onto Lutu. Cambodia on the back foot. 2 members alive. For Indonesia, it's just Psychots who gets taken down. OP once again trying to make the miracle play happen as he looks for the crossbow attack and he finds it. Dreams gonna be taken down. Taz as well, but a winner question is there for Taz. Didn't know last, but OP is still kiting, still saving Cambodia from getting the amazing defense.
Boom, now chasing for a kill. Real manipulation is being popped, but the OP will be there to
first. Bottom lane gonna be targeted here. That's gonna be an amazing winner instruction by Hijime to escape from the Divine Judgment threat. Lumina Blast now onto 1 member. It was dodged away by Lutu and Boom, who's now caught in the base. Immortality still available. 1 for 0 right now for Cambodia. Boom, getting out. Taz jumping in, looking for some damage. Not able to connect on the second Rhythm of Joy, and Cambodia will try their best to look for another push.
Hijime has the Holy Crystal, so that's a lot of damage. He is the main wave tier 2 right now, but Psychos goes in.
Final blow used up. Deja gonna be caught there, but still is able to run away with the Oddity. Psychos gonna be taken down. The crossbow tang, massive. OP is absolutely overpowered. The real world manipulation and desperation. Boom, gonna be caught. Immortality's popped in. Lutu looks for the base, and Cambodia gets the first game in the series. Another massive victory for Cambodia.
We said Joy was OP. We said the team that has Joy will win the game for sure. Cambodia says no. That is not the case at all. We have the answer. They is completely Cambodia. They have a solid plan. They have solid workarounds for all the issues that Indonesia has been throwing at them. And the match MVP is going to be OP from Cambodia. Absolutely OP with over 100,000 damage. And 73,000 damage taken as well, by the way. That's a marksman. Excuse me?
Takes damage, does damage, has a good score, farms
more mobile,
up.
more secure than the Melissa, and Brands paid the price because everyone was absolutely gunning for his life in this game. And look at all the damage items. It's by all means quite late into the game, so you cannot survive long at all. And the only real protection he has was Dreams on the Lolita, who occasionally still tries and goes aggressive with the Lumina. And we mentioned the Kadita. Dreams on this Kadita is very dangerous, but we'll have to see. It's a mixed bag from Indonesia. Some kite back, some engage, some pick off, some team fight. Whereas for Cambodia, it's full metal, pedal to the metal. They want to go all the way in and take out Indonesia.
Oh man. Indonesia with the Kadita, they're basically trying to limit that move speed. They're trying to limit that mobility from Cambodia with another Petrify. Another CC lock hero that we just mentioned earlier. That's basically the tools for Indonesia to win. That's their win. Grand final position with Dreams already very aggressively moving into the enemy jungle, taking a whole lot of damage here as Danger rotates as well. It's first blood before the first minute.
Will mean that Indonesia needs to be very wise in how they want to use these skills.
Oh, T still able to get out. Gonna be taken down by Hijime. That's a trade back on the board. Both the roamers already falling here.
Along with Taz on the Akai, they actually have more advantage, but look at this dive.
Oh, Lutu, too aggressive. Gonna be taken down, punished, and that's the real world manipulation as well. A very aggressive play from Cambodia, but this time it might be too aggressive as Taz jumps in with a heavy spin, instantly knowing where Boom is. The Furious dive as well from Psychos to pick up the kill and to take the lead in game.
Indonesia rotates to the top side at the opportune moment, going for the turtle, but there might be a fight here because they are backing away.
Oh, that's a very good engage again by Dreams. Lutu taken off, and that's Taz who secures the turtle. Oh. Deja all alone pops the Cold Ulcer to survive, but a pin down from Taz is there. Deja with the Purify still able to get out with the real world inflation, will be able to lock him down for the kill to be handed over to Hijime.
The pickoff game from Dreams, man. This is what we've come to expect. It's dangerous and it needs to be respected, but Brands will be taken out. Opi is actually getting a bit more momentum back here, and Indonesia might want to just try and will mean that for Cambodia, escape is going to be a very difficult situation as Opi again is the target.
So much damage with the pin as well. The Purify comes in to save Opi for a bit with a hard guard, but he is going to be taken down by Brands with the dolls. Deja with the Cold Ulcer getting out. Brands no say whatsoever to what's happening in his jungle. Taz is now 3 levels ahead. Psychots is zoning Lutu away, has a Black Dragon form to get out as Taz jumps in, gets the damage down as Dreams, looks for the follow-up now. Tier 1 going to be taken down in the mid lane. Boom, still having the glorious pathway. 7 minutes. You know, Indonesia came back from a similar kind of position here. You can already see again that ambush over. Lutu trying to find some compensation. Dreams with the conceal, still able to jump away. Dreams finally taken down with the Phantom Steed by Lutu. Psychots might be next, brought back to the team. Has the Furious Dive, now going to be caught still. Serve staining for a bit, but Lutu finds that double kill, putting
to make the plays happen, but the longer it goes, the more it goes towards the mid-game. They need to understand that Cambodia will start grouping up with each other, and they need to make plays as 5 as a top side, though Brands make a play.
Wow, Brands instantly just jumps in. 2v1, doesn't even need the help of Taz. By him knowing exactly the limits of Melissa and how much he can take. Pops that go away perfectly as Lutu jumps in to knock him back. And Deja's going to be caught as well here. Pops the call altar for safety, but will just lose that HP bar instantly. With the rough waves popped in and the purple buff targeted.
Your chances of having that impact in those team fights, and Indonesia is absolutely abusing it.
Taz finding a good pin down onto Boom with the help of the real world inflation, but the call altar is placed down there, only for him to get silenced as that's Oppi again in the back line. It's taken so low, but a passive from Psychots. Brands picks up a mega kill, and it's a 2-4-0. Indonesia in that skirmish finding everything they need to look for the end right now. Deja looking for it. Oppi going to be taken very low, taken down by Taz as he jumps forward with Retribution as well. T bursted down, and the base is wide open in 10 minutes. Indonesia equalize.
Wow, all the fighters, all the skirmish capabilities from Cambodia doesn't even matter because Indonesia will outmaneuver them, and in that mid-game, just outpick them in that skirmish gameplay. Even the tankiest of members, even the Leomord, 1-0 and 6, it seems like he wasn't doing a lot of killing, a lot of pickoffs per se in the early game, but the objective gameplay is absolutely solid, and later on, the threat of that heavy spin is just so good.
Oof. You're right. This guy started it off in the early game, right? The first few kills were from Taz. The turtle takes. Again, I don't think this man has lost a retribution battle.
I think so. Why not? I mean,
not,
there's no reason not to. And for Hijime, by the way, he did not go for the Enchanted Talisman because he needs maximum damage. He is not there just to spam out skills and be annoying. He is there to output that damage because they are trying to shut down, to pick off Cambodia. He opts for the Ice Queen's wand directly and then straight for that glowing wand. It's a combination of slow and also every single
Lolita instantly here hovered over, shadow picked by Cambodia. I think it's a very solid choice here, but it's only to counter the Irithel. The dive, not so much. Well, technically, it can be a counter to dive if he finds a good position to get that Numina Blast.
If they can get control using the Black Dragon form and Martis with the crowd control immunity, they can then use that control, that vision game, to set up for a huge, massive Numenon Blast. I think that's the idea Cambodia wants to go for, but against an equally aggressive composition from Indonesia, we'll have to see if that actually works out. I think the gold lane, yet again, will be one of the main highlights of this match. Beatrix up against
a little bit safer here. Turtle going to be started up. T looking for that opening right now as Lutu is there. That's going to be the Shadow Steed, Phantom Steed. He brings him back. Lutu losing onto the Retribution battle will still be able to survive. That's a Petrify onto Dreams with a Furious Dive as well to pick up first blood. The Turtle for the kill traded in. And this is where I have to ask you, Arashi, who takes that? Who got the better trade?
I think for now, especially since in the mid lane there's a bit more aggression, Cambodia definitely has a bit of an edge that was taken out. So now it really leans in favor of the Cambodians.
Well, Deja's going to be caught as well, though, in the real world manipulation. Instantly taken down as well with the damage coming in from Taz. On that control, though, in that gold lane. We'll have a bit more to say around this Turtle. That's a brilliant Numenon Blast, but the Phantom Steed is there to respawn. That's a Black Dragon form as well. Taz trying to steal it, but finally losing out in the Retribution battle, giving it over. A lot of damage already.
I think later on, Oppi is going to go for more of a burst damage build instead of a DPS build. But as we talk about that, that's an engage by Taz.
Phantom Steed by Taz right now as that's a Circling Eagle onto T. No one targeting the back line right now. Oppi is still able to kite back. Oppi taken very low. Brand's looking for the play, but it's going to be Oppi who hits him back. Lutu caught in the real world manipulation as Dreams falls to the hands of Deja. Cambodia here still going to commit onto it, knowing that Lutu's down below. Boom jumps in with Black Dragon form. That's the Numeron Blast, not connecting anyone, but it's the Petrify by Boom, connecting onto 3. No more follow-up. Brand's going to be caught there, and that's going to be a lot of damage placed onto with the Circling Eagle as well. Deja stopping him in his tracks as Psychons jumps in with the help of Dreams to find OP. Both of the gold laners, both of the marksmen taken down. Hijime looking for that kite back with his items.
As
and
the hero of the game right now, that means Indonesia has a lot more of an advantage. They are going for the Lord again, and they're going for a fight where their AoE can actually swing tides in their favor.
Brands is going to reach this Lord pit a bit faster. Real world inflation locking Boom down for the Phantom Steed to deal as much damage as possible. Brands finally rejoining the team. That's another Phantom Steed over by Lutu, by Deja, who's able to jump in. Lutu coming in, enabling the rest of the team to deal out that damage. A 1-for-2 now. It's still, they have been able to find Brands, but without the help of OP, it does feel like they will lack more, well, they will lack that sustainable damage. Boom with the Black Dragon form, Circling Eagle by Dreams. A bit too aggressive there, but the Numeron Blast now is going to be chain in, channeled in. Deja jumping on Hijime, who's still able to kite away, but not for long as he gets taken down by Boom. Brands with the nature, dealing a lot of damage and sustaining back up again, as that's so much on that back line. Taz is hunting, sniffing out, and he gets it onto OP. A brilliant read by Taz.
Now, and that is a lot of AoE, especially if Indonesia is using these lords to actually bait Cambodia into a fight. The
Psychots losing a whole lot of HP. OP with a brilliant with the nature there. Baits out that Thunderclap. Now it's the engage once again by Dream. Circling Eagle over to OP, but it's a very good knock-up over from Boom. A kill over to Brands as well. Indonesia caught in the midst, now having to back off. Hijime getting the shield down with real world inflation, but Lutu comes in to follow it up. It's a blunder from Indonesia. 3 members falling, and this might be it for Cambodia. Now OP and the rest of the members now looking for that bottom tier 2. Psychos looking for the flanks right now, but he's all alone. Caught in the midst of it all right now. As that's going to be Bennett's Rage popped in. Psychos still going onto OP, who's still able to kite away. Real world inflation onto Deja, but he flickers out. Boom as well here, getting out to safety with a Furious Dive. Both teams disengaging, and it's an amazing
won't be easily or as easily bursted down in these fights. That is how the Irithel usually operates, but Cambodians are pressuring for the Lord. They might just commit to it.
Psychons is looking for that split push here. This is the moment right now as Boom jumps in with the Black Dragon form. Going to be taken very low as Dreams does the same thing. Psychons on the base already right now, looking for that split push, looking for the back door. Boom going to be taken down. That's the Immortality popped in. Psychons still looking for the play as T is going to be losing his Immortality as well. Boom taken very low. Taz looking for the Phantom Steed, gets the kill. T as well falling 2-4-0. Psychons manages to distract the other members as well, and Cambodia with the Lord won't be able to do much. It's a 2-0
disadvantage. Indonesia is making Cambodia pay for that Lord take. They're going for the play.
The damage onto OP with real world inflation, forcing the flicker out. Lutu trying to cancel it out, but will lose his life in the process right now as everybody goes for the base, and it might just be it. Indonesia manages to come back, reverse sweeping Cambodia, and going to the grand finals of IESF.
Indonesia got it done. My God. Cambodia made it so difficult. It was in such a difficult stalemate for so long. But in the end, the Indonesians have prevailed. And unfortunately for the Cambodians, they are the ones forced to investing your actions for the next 1 or 2 minutes. And the match MVP is going to be Psychots from Indonesia, man. 0 kills, 0 deaths, 6 assists. Look at the damage taken, though. That might be the highest in IESF so far. 146,000. And the macro play, man, it's again going back to that macro play when everyone is equally skilled and they all just flex each other's flex their mechanics as well. Is the fact that Indonesia has a lot more damage to work with. You look at Cambodia, Lutu, for example, goes full tank, right? But if you look at Taz, he is tanky, but he has a lot more damage. And Psychots on the Masha, very tanky, but he can one-shot OP as well. So the fact that they have more options to deal the damage in the late game means that Cambodia is a lot more reliant and they are more vulnerable to trading out. Because if one member from Indonesia gets taken out, the rest still have some kind of semblance of damage. Whereas for Cambodia, if their main damage dealer is taken out, they're just automatically at a really tough disadvantage.